At this time, I'd like to request that all members of the audience please turn off their cell phones. That means you. Come on, turn it off. Good, now I get all the 3G to myself. Hi there, Adam here. Today we're going to talk about hardware design. Now originally, I was going to do an XDA unboxing on the Motorola RAZR, but this device isn't even worth it. I saw something inside of here that absolutely horrified me. Every single one of the EM shields was soldered down. Now, what's that mean? That means three things. First off, this device is designed to be disposable. Second off, this device is not modifiable. Third, this device is not even serviceable, which means if something happens to it, you just take it and throw it away. You see, I had really high hopes for the Motorola Droid RAZR because they're based on the open OMAP processor, which means we know how everything works inside, but you can't do anything with it. Here's the worst part. If you manage to get the back cover off the device, the battery is bolted in. What's that mean for the device? Well, if you drop it in water, there's not much hope for it. Sure, it's water resistant, but just about every device on the market's water resistant. That doesn't mean much of anything. You can drop water on any device. They're not waterproof. So what do you do if you drop your device in water? Well, the phone company will tell you to stick it in rice. Well, that's about as effective as leaving it outside on a hot day. It's going to take forever and there's no guarantee it's going to work. So what's a better idea? Alcohol. No, not that kind. This kind, 90% pure. So here's what you do. The first thing you need to do, if you drop your phone in some water, is first, take out the battery. The battery is the only thing that can cause damage to the device. Next, you pour some alcohol in a cup and drop all the parts inside of there. Swish it around real good. You want to make sure that all the water gets displaced and is replaced with alcohol. The reason why? Alcohol dries about 20 times quicker than water. Now for the next part, you want to get all the shields off the board. These little shields hold in water and they hold in alcohol. So you take these off and you hit up the whole thing with a hairdryer. Hold the hairdryer on until it feels hot. If it's burning your hand, it's likely melting the plastic. Now this does not work with the Droid RAZR because a lot of water will get trapped underneath those shields. And in order to remove those shields, you have to damage the board. You quite literally have to. When I got to the point where I was looking at those shields, I checked out a guide on ifixit.com, and the guy who had done it somewhat professionally had damaged no less than 3 resistors, crunched a chip, and damaged a board trace. On top of that, the simple act of opening up the case on the Motorola Droid RAZR will damage the water resistance. The water resistance is a sticker. It goes around the edges. It's some glue. So I want you manufacturers to take note. This is the way not to make an Android device. So now at this point I would usually say something good or give some development tips or talk something about the hardware that I liked, but I can't. So I paid my wife $5 to do it.
Hi, I'm Fluffy, and the Motorola RAZR feels really good in the hand, and it's kind of cute. The original RAZR series was a very popular phone, so there are a lot of RAZR fans out there that are ecstatic that the Motorola RAZR has made a comeback as a smartphone, like my sister, who once stated that the RAZR was the best phone she ever had. So when I told her about the Droid RAZR, she was pretty excited about it. Anyways, my point is that there will always be RAZR fans out there, like my sister, to keep this phone popular.
The Motorola RAZR really got me thinking. We need some serious development hardware covered on this show, like the ADK. But we can't just jump in on the ADK on its own. So, during the next few episodes, I'm going to host a series of development tutorials. As I was editing this video, I got news that XDA has added 3 new categories to their existing Recognized Developer program. We have now the Recognized Themer for those who theme applications. We have the Recognized Contributor for those who contribute on a regular basis. And we have the Elite Recognized Developer. Now I personally was selected to be an Elite Recognized Developer. The best of the best. The brightest.
Whenever you're done with that video, trash needs to be taken out.
I also felt kind of bad because while I ranted on the Motorola RAZR, I didn't really do anything for development or its owners or the device. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run a beta test of Casual. What's Casual? Casual is cross-platform ADB scripting unified Android loader. And it's a framework. Let me show you. Here's how it works. Casual runs on Linux, Windows, and Mac. A Casual app can be modified simply by changing up the scripts folder. This particular script is MotoFail. And because we're running MotoFail in the Casual environment, this single Java file will run on Linux, Windows, and Mac. But I need help from recognized contributors and recognized developers, and users as well, to make sure that this works properly on all operating systems. And then themes, sounds, kernels, ROMs, root exploits, you name it, can be distributed easily with just one click on every single platform. So that's all for this episode. Don't forget to add me to your circles on Google+, and you can find me in the forums. I'm AdamOutler for XDA TV.